What's up, party people? Michael here, crypto advisor, financial advisor, crypto enthusiast. Tired of people getting ripped off on crypto scams. This video is how to prevent yourself from being scammed in one of those crypto scams. Also, how to know if you are being scammed right now in one of those crypto scams. Here in Mexico, sun going down, nice evening. Spoke to a friend and a client who unfortunately did not listen to me and did not take my advice and guidance and got scammed in crypto. So let's break it down. Here are several signs to know if you're being scammed right now and how to prevent yourself from being scammed with crypto, okay? So let's get into it. There's too many crypto people on Instagram, and there's too many people doing investments on Instagram. And this is like the third friend and client that I've had who did not reach out to me, who I wish reached out to me, who could have prevented from being scammed. Just let me send it to me. Let me take a look at it. I can tell you in 2 minutes if it's a scam or not. Where were they approached? On Instagram. So mistake number one is you got approached on Instagram. You approached someone on Instagram. Yeah, people are marketing businesses on Instagram and stuff like that, sure, but it didn't come through someone you know or you trust. So that's one. Okay, number two, you didn't see them on video. My friend, this client, did not see this person on video. You want to get pitched on you want to do an investment, sure, let's meet on video. Show me in person or show me your face. Let's do a Zoom call. Show me your face on video. So they never saw the person on video. Okay, that's a no-no. All right, the next one is you haven't heard from them in like a week, right? If they don't respond in like 48 hours, maybe 72 hours via Messenger, WhatsApp, whatever it is, email, whatever it is, then you've probably been scammed, right? If it's been more than 72 hours, if it's been a week, you've probably been scammed, okay? If they are based in another country that is not in your own country, like the majority of people here are going to be watching this video in North America. That means Canada and America, right? If the person's not from Canada or America, if they're somewhere in like Africa, we know about all those great, Nigerian business owner princes and kings scams. Those were great from, 5-10 years ago. And if they sound Swiss and they're from like Nigeria, that's a little weird, right? Let's say you're talking to them over the phone or you're getting voice messages from them and they sound like they're Swiss, but they're in Nigeria, or they got this thick Nigerian accent, but they're from like Switzerland. I mean, it's probably a scam, right? Like the other thing too is, if they're not in North America, if you're in North America, then you should expect them to be North America. And the point about this is make deals locally first. Like what I learned, because I've done dozens and dozens of different investments in different kinds, all kinds of deals and everything. And I still do deals with people that I know in North America. Like I live in Mexico now. I'm in Mexico now, but I still do deals with people in Canada, where I'm from, America, which is, close to Canada. I speak the language, English, right? Or here in Mexico. And if I'm doing things here in Mexico, I'm doing things with Canadians or Americans, or maybe Germans. There's a lot of Germans here. Or I'm doing land or real estate deals here in Mexico. So do what you know. My parents taught me that. You guys watch my videos on my channel here. My parents were bank managers. They taught me all the essentials and all the basics of personal finance by the time I was young, and then I've just continued to expand and extrapolate and go advanced from there. But you gotta stay with where you're at. You gotta, if this is your first few investment deals, only do them with people that are local, okay? Canada or America, if you're in Canada or America. Or if you're from Italy, do deals with people in Italy. If you're in Germany, do deals with people in Germany or from Germany. You know what I mean? There's a big world out there. There's lots of investment opportunities. This is a big one. This is huge. This is a huge no-no. This is a massive, incredibly big mistake. When you make your initial investment, usually it's small, $300, $500, right? Good. Even if it's Instagram or whatever, fine. But if they ask you to send more money in order to get the money you're owed out, huge red flag. All the savvy investors that I know, all the savvy investors that I've been trained by professionals, all the deals that I've done, you don't throw good money after bad. That's the expression. Don't throw good money after bad. What does that mean? You don't put more money that you've earned, that you worked hard for, after a bad thing. The key is you get your principal out first. So if ever they ask you for more money in order to get your existing money out, blatant red flag, huge red flag, that is a guaranteed scam. All the savvy investors, they put in what they put in because they know that's what they need to put in to make the investment work, and they do not put in more. They do not expect to put in more. Here's when you put in more after an investment: when you get your money back and it works. That's proof that it works. That's proof that the investment's working, that the investor knows what they're doing, the company, the business, whatever it is, the program is successful. It's successful because you get your money back. Then you can put in more. Entiendo? Understand me? Honestly, that's the only time you put in more money. The second they ask you for more money to put in more to get your principal out, beep, no, it's a scam. Guaranteed, all right? Savvy investors always get their principal out first, and if it works, if you show me you can be successful, then I'll give you more money. That's how the big players do it, all right? The next one is, when is your return due? You should know when you're going to get your money back. Whenever I do investments, I always know when I'm going to get my money back. If I do deals with other people, we invest in cottages in Ontario in the Kawartha Lakes region, or we're doing an investment in a new business. It's going to take 2 years for it to be profitable, or we're going to invest in this flip with real estate. We know it's going to be 6 months, and it's usually in the contract. So you need to know when you're going to get your money out. And if you don't get your money out by that time, then there could be a problem. Now, I've been in deals and I've done deals where an issue comes up. COVID happened, 2 years, real estate screwed up, businesses screwed up, all kinds of stuff screwed up. But still, the person should be able to explain to you and give you a re-promise. This is key, a re-promise of the deal, of the due date, and they should be able to keep that, okay? There should be an understandable explanation and reason, and there should be a due date and a re-promise. And then they should be able to hold that re-promise and that due date, that second due date. And if they don't, that's another red flag. The last one is, actually two more. One super important one is do the math. What is the rate of return gonna be? What is the rate of return gonna be? Think of this. On average, the stock market for the last 50, 60 years, an index fund does about 7% annually, okay? 7% ROI annually. Real estate on average should do between 8 to 12% annually in North America anyway, okay? Those are realistic expectations. Crypto can do anywhere from 30 to 60 to 100% annually, even more sometimes. It depends on the year and the asset and so on and so forth. And some years, this is crypto, right? But those are averages you can count on. If the person promises you or says you have something like, you put in $500 and you're gonna get $4,000 in 6 months, that's ludicrous. That's completely ludicrous. This person, this friend of mine, they were told they had a 20x return. They didn't do the math. I was like, do the math. What is that as a rate of return? 20x. That's 2,000%. That's astronomical. And that was in 2 months. I said 100% you lost your money. It's a scam. 100% scam guaranteed. Because I just told you, real estate, crypto, and stocks, the stock market, their average rates of return. And crypto is a massive breakthrough. Like triple digits in 1 year is a massive breakthrough. And yes, it's happening. It's been happening. But for you to get in 2 months 20x, even in 1 year 20x, that's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. We did the math together and I'm like, listen, this is completely nonsensical, right? What did they invest in? What on earth did they invest in? It just doesn't make sense. So do the math. People say, money doesn't grow on trees. Actually, it does. But you got to be still realistic about the tree, right? And you got to be realistic about the industry, the type of asset. No business grows 100% or 300% in its first 2 years. None. Maybe it's random once in a lifetime. But listen, you're not going to get those opportunities. And you need to know, you need to be realistic, and they need to be realistic with you. The second someone tells me I made 300% in 3 months, I go, yeah, in your dreams, show me the realized profit, right? There are a lot of scams out there, but there are a lot of great things out there. You need to be able to understand what you're investing in. You need to be able to be realistic about the expectations. You need to have written contracts, written things in writing. Don't do these social media scams. Don't get sucked up in these social media scams. Plenty of scams out there on social media, Instagram, Twitter, doesn't matter. The last thing that you need to do is you need to ask a friend or a family member or an advisor like me, right? A consultant like me, for their thoughts. Hey, what do you think of this? Because my perception after having been investing in all kinds of different industries and assets and deals with lots of different people over the last like 15 years, I have an ability to process information faster than somebody who's just starting out, right? So you need to refer, don't do anything on your own your first time, right? Seek the guidance of others. Seek the advice of others. You don't have to necessarily always take the advice, but just ask for the feedback, Ask for the feedback. Get a second opinion, right? Like doctors, dentists, you don't like the prescription, you don't like the diagnosis, go get a second opinion. It doesn't cost you anything, it's free. And now with social media and the instant age of communication, you can just copy paste a link, send a text. Hey, what do you think about this? I was thinking of that, all right? So here's some of the different ways that maybe you've been scammed. These are all the different ways I've just listed. These are great ways to start off, knowing these, whether or not you've been scammed, and how to prevent yourself from being scammed. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more great information and content like this, because money is how you can set yourself free. But oftentimes you need to go through the stumbling blocks in order to get there. You need to learn the lessons, right? This person lost about $5,000, Canadian, and good lesson learned, right? You can learn the lesson by going through the experience, or you can learn the lesson from others. Which one's it gonna be? All right, see you next time in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.